Today I'm gonna give you some perspectives on whether or not you should upgrade a hi-fi. And if you don't know what hi-fi is already, you should watch this video first. There's a lot of definitions for hi-fi, but for me, hi-fi is how clearly an audio device is able to reproduce this sound. If you heard that clearly, congrats, you have a hi-fi device. Now onto my life story. I first discovered hi-fi when I was downloading MP3 music, legally of course, and saw the option to download a FLAC file, and that's when my obsession with high quality audio started. But there was a catch. These are my earbuds, and the FLAC files I downloaded wasn't actually FLAC files, and my friend told me that 3D girls were better than 2D girls. My life was in shambles, so with this new knowledge, I went onto YouTube and searched for affordable hi-fi headphones, and ordered a bunch of them on Amazon to try it out. But the deeper I dug, the more I realized I needed an amplifier, and I came across the Shit Stack. Yes, the company that produces it is called Shit. It was the most affordable, and everybody said it was good, so I went on eBay to grab a stack, and came across an auction, which sold both the amp and the DAC, and I ended up saving $80 after winning the auction. They also came with these fancy cables from Kimber Cables, and this fancy USB cable that he threw in for free. I don't think the cables make a difference in sound, but they're just cool to look at. From there, I started testing Headphone Brands. I wanted something to listen to music with, so I opted for open back headphones. The first pair I ever tried was the Beyerdynamic DT990 Pros. These sounded a little sharp to my ears, but the bass was good. The next pair I tried was the Philips X2HR, and compared to the DT990s, these kinda sucked. The next one I bought is a Sennheiser HD560S, and it was just similar to the Philips. It didn't have enough bass. After some careful consideration and 2 minutes of research, I bought the Beyerdynamic DT1990s. And I have to say, these were a direct upgrade from the DT990s. The bass was enough for me, and the treble didn't hurt my ears at all. And I was happy with the headphones, until I discovered planar magnetics. I just had to get one to try it out for myself. And that's where I came across the Hi-Fi Man Sunderas. And in my opinion, these sounded way better than the DT1990s. And it felt like I just wasted $500. But I came to realize, each headphone is a different experience. Every headphone has a different sound signature, which determines what the headphone will sound like. For example, a headphone with a neutral sound signature will have a overall balanced sound, which is good for music production, but some people enjoy listening to music this way. I've been trying out a lot of headphones, and I've came to the conclusion that the warm sound signature is my favorite. It's not too sharp for my ears, and it's just pleasant to listen to. And I'll explain more about sound signature in a future video, but enough of my experiences. Here are some reasons why you should upgrade a hi-fi. If you enjoy listening to music, and you have an emotional connection to music, then you might want to consider hi-fi. Hi-fi will enhance your listening experience, as well as make you appreciate music more. Every listening session will be like an adventure. There's always new details in the music that you're listening to that you just haven't found yet. Each headphone also has a different sound signature, which adds flavor to your music. For example, if you listen to Taylor Swift, then you might want to consider selling your headphones. But seriously, any headphone with a neutral or balanced sound signature would be a safe pick for a beginner. My favorite one is the warm sound signature. It sounds smooth to my ears, and I could listen to headphones with this sound signature for hours at a time. It's a perfect balance of bass and mids, without the treble sounding too sharp. If you want to try listening to music in a new light, hi-fi is for you. Hi-fi is only pricey if you want it to be. Hi-fi companies like Moondrop and Hi-Fi Man are making high quality and affordable hi-fi gear, and I think spending more than $300 on any sort of audio equipment is unnecessary unless you have money to spend. You won't get more value out of expensive stuff unless you have more expensive stuff to pair with your expensive stuff. And price doesn't necessarily mean something is better. It usually is the case, but only up to a certain amount of money. I think the easiest way to try hi-fi is to go on Linso and browse their clearance sales. Find some cheap stuff and do some research on them. This is where I get my hi-fi gear. A lot of stuff usually goes on sale, so be on the lookout. In the end, hi-fi is not for everyone, and it's more of an acquired taste. But once you upgrade, you'll have a deeper appreciation for music, and then finally understand why beats suck. The only downside to getting into hi-fi is the amount of money you'll be spending. Even then, it's up to you to decide if you want to spend that money. If you want to upgrade your listening experience, give hi-fi a try.
Skip. But when does this game get good?